Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Professor Norman Cornett, religious studies scholar and specialist in the relationship between aesthetics and spirituality, between the arts and spirituality, here with the work of Jackie Lacourcière, a painting that particularly interests me because the work has cosmological dimensions to it. Are we looking at a supernova? Does the artist have a specific interest in astronomy? Or perhaps more they're drawn to the aspect of astrology and astrology signs? But for my generation, and for me specifically, there is something of Star Trek in this work, going where humanity has never gone before. And how do I explain this work? It is so in your face. This is a New York state of mind. There is the impact. The artist clearly is pushing subtlety aside and wants to get right down, as the Eagles would say, specifically Don Henley, to the heart of the matter. This work is entitled The Dance of the Initiation Rituals. And when I contemplate it, within the perspective of 20th century music, specifically that of Igor Stravinsky, arguably one of the foremost composers of the 20th century, some would say the most important composer of the 20th century, he created a work that revolutionized classical Western music. And that is entitled The Rites of Spring. So the aspect of the ritual, of initiation, of celebrating, as in the case of the rites of spring, the sun and the seasons and summer. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, at the world premiere of the rites of spring, there were riots. It was a revolution in music. And Jackie Lacourcière, she's not afraid of shaking the cage, of rocking the boat, because this work is in your face. There is such an impact. It's almost explosive. And when we look here at the concentric circles, the juxtaposition of chaos and of order, how do we reconcile the human condition, which involves so much that is out of our control, as we see here? And yet we try to bring within the fold our lived experience. Max Weber, one of the founders, Max Weber, founder of sociology, referred to Erlebnis, the lived experience. And I think this is what Jackie Lacourcière has done. She wants to reconcile what we cannot control with the little part of our lives we can try and keep order in. But when I say that this work is cosmological, there is a cosmic vision here for me, because the artist has placed, to all intents and purposes, black holes, so that the inexplicable has its role in her art. Look at all the archipelagos, these continents, these spaces drifting, separating, going, almost like centrifugal force. They are off the map, off the radar. But then again, I think of Alexander Solzhenitsyn and the Gulag archipelago, because there is at the same time a testament to the 20th century, which is that of the artist Jackie Lacourcière, trying to come to terms with the seismic shifts in our lives. And look here, this is the same way that we document an earthquake in seismic waves, almost as though a tsunami were moving out from the left corner of the composition. This work is entirely in acrylic, and although the artist is from Montreal, from Quebec, from Canada, this work is so in our face that I would have to say that Jackie Lacourcière is in a New York state of mind. And to see why a work which, in the Wagnerian sense of the operatic composer Richard Wagner, Jackie Lacourcière often likes to juxtapose not only chaos and order, but yellow and blue, contrasting, complementary colors, and somehow she brings an overarching coherence. And look at the orange. Orange is one of them, as an art critic, orange is one of the most difficult colors to deal with. Orange is a show stealer. It takes all the room, all the place. When you can master orange and make it serve the composition rather than having all the spotlights on orange, you have achieved something in the visual arts and in painting. And here the orange, black and orange. And this is what's ironic in the work of Jackie Lacourcière. Not only do we have the contrast and the complementary colors of orange and blue, but we have orange and black, so that she's working with these dynamic tensions, with these chromatic dialectics, as I call them, and she makes them serve a greater purpose. I'm Professor Norman Cornett, and I invite you to discover the art of Jackie Lacourcière on Facebook and on YouTube.